with us from Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, as we are set for a showdown in the RELIAQUEST Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the South Carolina Gamecocks offense will take the field first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
This offense has it with really good field position. Motion from the wide receiver. Off play action on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Dupree. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw. It's Edwards. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ballard. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Badgers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And he's going to try to return this one. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sellers. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Mason. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Hand off from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. And a short gain on this run, and that will bring us to the end of the first. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. To the air, it's Sellers. Caught near the sticks, it's Sellers. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. They'll give it to him again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job on the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Back to pass. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Sellers. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Defense didn't have the personnel it needed. They call a timeout. Trying to pound it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Motion from the wideout. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, 2 quarters in the books in the RELIAQUEST Bowl. A couple of teams who have battled their way here, looking to bring home some hardware for the trophy case. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the RELIAQUEST Bowl.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to throw. It's Edwards. Got his man downfield. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his big tight end. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. After the short completion, let's see if they go back to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Dupree. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Wants to keep it in the air. Got him downfield. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Going to the running game. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride, and that's why he gets the touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turning it on! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll ride the hot hand. Fights off the defender. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
The Gamecocks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Sellers. Looking left. It's caught downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work in the final period of this one. With the catch, it's Harbor, and they pick up just a few on that completion. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Calls his own number. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Gamecocks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Hunt. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man on the outside. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll deep shot for the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Finds his man, it's Anthony. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The give on the inside. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They kick it away on 4th down. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the